Hey, man.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
So you know how It's a Wonderful Life plays on TV 24 hours a day leading up to Christmas? You know what It's a Wonderful Life is?
No, what's a TV?
Okay, so you know what the movie It's a Wonderful Life is, though?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a Christmas classic.
Yeah.
You've watched it, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty dark story. So when it first came out in 1947, it was a total and complete flop.
Really?
Like literally the company that made it went out of business a couple years later because of how horrible, not just because of how horrible this movie flopped, but like all their movies pretty much flopped. Yeah. Terrible flop. So, but it's crazy that are you just going to yawn so huge in the middle of me telling this? Are we on the center angle?
I'm just bored of this.
We're on the center angle and you're just...
I was just so bored. I'm just bored.
Wow. It's a Wonderful Life. We sure would love a wonderful topic.
That's what I do whenever I watch that movie. That movie just makes me tired. Man.
It's a long movie.
Go ahead. These nice chairs and they're comfortable.
They're comfortable, and you have to work harder to pay attention to our friendship.
Yeah, no, it's just I'm not normally this comfortable when we do this. Great. It's also later than we normally do this.
Yeah, it's like 4 p.m. Okay, so anyway,
tell me about this.
Whatever I was saying, it was a total flop. Yeah. People didn't like it. And so, that's it. No, okay. So, but now it's a Christmas classic. Like I mean, it is synonymous with, like Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah. And The Grinch. Like It's a Wonderful Life is
Miracle
part
on
of Christmas.
54th Street.
So here's how 54th Street, that's funny. Here's how it became a Christmas classic.
Yeah, I was going to ask, who bought it?
Well, so flopped so hard that Paramount dissolved the filming company that made it, Liberty Films, right? 10 years later, TV is becoming more of a household thing in the 50s.
Yeah.
And in 56, It's a Wonderful Life makes its TV debut because there was only like 4 channels.
Yeah.
And they were kind of strapped for cash.
Yeah.
And they were producing all this new content, but in the meantime, they needed to fill those empty hours with cheaper content. So they looked for things that were either cheap or free. And It's a Wonderful Life, having flopped so hard, was free. So they didn't have to pay to show it. So during Christmas time, they were like, let's just run that 24 hours. So in the 50s, it runs 24 hours. It becomes so many people's Christmas tradition that it then becomes a classic.
Because it was
just because it was so bad that it was like, just whatever, you can have this. It's garbage.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, great. It's free. Let's run it.
Yeah. And back then you had 4 channels.
You had 4 channels.
And so you're like, well, let's watch the Christmas show.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that, that happened enough. And that by the 70s, those kids had grown up watching it. And so they start watching it with their kids. And now it is the Christmas classic that it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who bought it? Who's getting paid now?
Man, I would love to tell you, but I'm just so comfortable in this chair. Oh man,
I'd tell you more, but I want to sleep.
I just don't care that much.
Oh my gosh, you're the worst.
I listen so intently on the ones that you teach, like every other episode of the show, and then as soon as I start teaching, you're like,
it's just boring.
It sucks. Oh wow.
Oh, so Paramount still owns it?
Yeah,
because did Paramount own the company?
Liberty Films. Yeah, Liberty Films had used their studios and all that stuff. Okay. Here's another fun fact about it: the guy who played George Bailey, I can't remember his name.
George Bush.
George Bush played George Bailey. Well, it's going to make this fact a little worse. What is the actor's name? Since you got it in front of you,
I don't have it in front of me.
So it's made in 1947. What is that notably close to?
Huh?
What is the year 1947 pretty close to?
Oh, is it the war?
The war. So the actor was a semi decently big actor before World War II.
James Stewart. Yeah.
Semi big actor before World War II, came back from the war and was a nightmare to work with.
Oh, no.
And so his acting career that's why he ended up on a movie like this he was the big name in that, but his acting career was suffering because he was not pleasant on set anymore. And that was when they did not understand what PTSD was. And so he very clearly had PTSD, but they didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
And so they just thought, wow, this guy sucks to work with.
So he was just sad.
Isn't that? Yeah.
Yikes. Dang.
So, but who's making money on it now?
Paramount.
Wow.
Yeah. It just goes to show if you want to.
His name was James Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah, his great grandchild Jimmy Stewart is a NASCAR.
What are the odds? What are the odds that they're related?
Yeah, he's not making money on it though.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah,
Great grandfather.
if it is, that's crazy. It's not.
I literally just pulled up James Stewart.
Yeah. And now enjoy 24 hours of our royalty-free fiddle music. Hey, you made it to the end of the episode. You're probably asleep right now because you let it keep playing. But if you aren't asleep, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you get more videos. And also, if you can't wait for more, we've got plenty of other episodes and highlight clips, just some of our funniest parts, the things we enjoy the most. This show is an absolute blast, and I cannot thank you enough for being here.